Hey guys, we're back. In our last video we talked about the day we met, and in this video we're going to talk about our first couple dates and some of the things that happened, some good things, some awkward moments. Yeah.
We're primarily going to talk about our third date because that one was especially, what's the word?
Awkward. Cringeworthy?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good one?
Yeah. There were quite a few things about that date that were kind of funny.
Oh, like the meal?
Yeah.
Stop.
Anyways, date number one, we went to a place along the river that was like this overlook, and it was really cool. And then we went to dinner at a restaurant where she had a salad for dinner, basically, and she said that she would never have a
Okay,
salad.
well, that was one of my rules. Like, I hadn't had a lot of dating experience, but I was just under the impression that eating salad on a first date was a really bad idea because it's just gross to watch someone else eat a salad. And so you could ask any of my friends. And then we went on our first date, and the meal I ordered had a salad.
Yeah.
And I ate it.
Then our second date, we went to the drive-in.
Oh, you missed the part of our first date where you almost missed a turn, and then you were going fast, and then you turned like really hard, and you like slammed your arm, and you were like trying not to kill me.
Let's actually reenact that because that was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
like this.
So I picked her up, or no, I was dropping you back off, I think.
Yeah, it was on our way home. We had already done the date.
I was taking her back to
just my house, yeah.
Her place. And I was following the GPS, but I was like talking too. So like, here's the GPS.
He was distracted by my charm.
Yes, I was. Anyway, so my GPS was like right here on my dashboard, and I was just like talking back and forth. It was like one of those scenes in a movie where you're like the guy's like looking at the girl, and
oh gosh,
he's just like
not looking at his GPS,
not paying attention to the road.
It happens in every movie.
And then I look back at the GPS, and I realize it says like, our turn is literally right here. And so like all I remember doing is I just hit the brake, and it's like if you can imagine like in Inception when like everything just slows down and they're like in the car and just like the whole thing is happening.
Oh, that's
so like
great.
That's what I picture happening. Like I slam on the brake, and then everything's just like, and I make this left turn.
No, it was the right turn. It was the right turn. Babe.
I think it was a left turn.
No, it was a right turn. I know the road.
Anyways, so we made this turn, and I literally just like was pretty much still going like 35 miles an hour, and so I just went BAM to like save her. I was like
Aww.
a human seatbelt, and I made this turn whichever direction it was, and she was like. It was
first impression.
I think it was our first physical touch.
Yeah, we hadn't even held hands at that point. Well, that's not true. We went swing dancing. So
that is true.
Our second date was pretty normal. We went to a drive-in movie. We saw two like Disney Pixar children's movies back to back. It was great. I'd never been to a drive-in movie before, so that was like fun.
And now the third date comes around. Let's switch back because I was only over there so that I could
drive.
Drive.
Yeah.
So we go on our third date. We were planning on going kayaking, so we borrowed kayaks from friends, and we went to this lake with the kayaks. And I picked her up, and she had made lunch for our trip, so we brought it along. We packed it up and like brought it along, and we packed everything in the kayaks. We went out on the lake. It was kind of chilly, actually.
It was still sunny, though. So it was like a beautiful day. It was kind of warm, but it was definitely like...
I feel like I was trying to be like romantic with like the whole kayaking idea and adventurous. And it just ended up being like really a lot colder than I expected on the water. So we go out on the lake with our kayaks, and we kayak around different places. And I don't know I don't even remember like what half of our conversation was, but we were just kind of hanging out talking. So there was just this like perfect moment. I was like, oh, this would be a great time to tell her how I feel. And so I kind of like was trying to gain the confidence to like say something, and so it took me a little while to actually to say it, but I was like, I just wanted you to know that I really like you. And her response to me
was a very quiet, that's good.
Ladies, never
Okay, but
do that to a guy
it
that
wasn't
that you do in fact like. Number one. If you don't like him, then feel free. Like that's totally fine. But she did like me. But after she said that, I was sure that I was like, it was not mutual. Like she was just like, not, like taken back. She was like, uh-oh. So after that, the whole rest of that date was pretty awkward for me.
Well, okay. I thought that was awkward too, but then by the time I had like worked out in my mind what to say in response, I felt like it was too late. And so
How long was it? Like 10 seconds?
No, it was probably a couple minutes because I'm a slow processor sometimes.
How long does it take you to think of the words,
Okay.
I like you too?
But I don't know. Stop judging me. So anyway, I was thinking about it all day too. So he felt awkward, I felt awkward. And so we had our date, and then there was like this gap of time, and then we actually went out swing dancing again with a bunch of friends. And so we finished our date, we went our separate ways, got ready for swing dancing. We ended up riding together to swing dancing, had the whole swing dancing event, and then on the drive back,
Like 5 hours later.
okay, I was sitting there and it was quiet, and I finally got up the nerve and I was like, hey Daniel, like, I really like you too. And so
That was music to my ears, because this whole time I was thinking that she did not like me. And so for that, like, half that day, I was totally sure that I was toast. We didn't talk about the meal, though. So the meal that she made...
No, okay, so I was like, you know what, this is a third date. I said I'd pack the lunch. Like, this is my chance. Like, if this is gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna be cooking for him for the rest of my life. This is it. And so I decided that I was gonna make these quesadillas. It was like a chicken pesto. I'm telling you, I went out and I got all the ingredients. I made the pesto myself. Like homemade, whatever. Made the quesadillas, put them in a container, went on this date, kayaked around, finally decided to picnic, and they were horrible. Like just, they were really bad. And I made a lot of them. Basically what happened was I put them...
like, hope you're hungry, because we have, like, how many did you make? Like 5?
Yeah. I was sure how hungry he'd be. Anyway, so basically what happened was I put them in the container warm, and then like they like did the whole steamy thing and then the water on the lid, and so they got really soggy. And it was so gross. And I was sitting there, I felt so bad. I was like, this is just awkward. I didn't tell him I liked him. This lunch is terrible. It's cold out. Like, wow. It's amazing we made it past our third date. Because that was
amazing.
That was rough.
Tragic.
But now I make you good food, right?
Of course.
Ah, okay.
You're like the best.
Yeah.
Best cook ever.
Uh-huh. Okay.